Red and blue lights danced across my backyard fence, casting a surreal glow as two police officers stood at my gate, notebooks in hand. Officer Torres, the taller one, glanced from me to the drenched teenager beside my pool, his brow furrowed. The kid, about 17, with bleach blonde hair plastered to his face, was panting, pointing at the smart lock on my gate like it was a prison door. "Sir, we got a 911 call about someone trapped behind a locked gate," Torres said, his voice steady but puzzled. "This young man says he couldn't get out." I recognized the kid instantly. Tyler, the son of HOA President Diane Ramsey. His designer swim trunks dripped onto my pristine patio, a glaring irony considering he was trespassing on my property, whining about being trapped. I stayed calm, pulling out my phone. "Officers, he wasn't trapped. He was trespassing, and I've got video proof. I'm Nathan Carter, and for 8 years, I'd lived in peace at Pineview Estates, a quiet Texas neighborhood of tidy homes and working families. My corner lot, with its privacy-fenced backyard and modest in-ground pool, was my sanctuary through scorching summers and a messy divorce. But 6 months ago, things changed when Diane Ramsey took over as HOA president. Subtle disturbances started creeping into my yard. Pool chairs shifted, towels crumpled, wet footprints on dry concrete when I hadn't swum in days. Living alone, I noticed every detail, and the unease gnawed at me. I fought back with a smart lock, a high-tech model needing a key fob, code, or app to open, auto-locking after 30 seconds with detailed logs and video. Installing it took a Saturday, but it gave me peace until Diane showed up. Tuesday evening, she knocked, her auburn hair perfect, her power suit screaming corporate control. "I noticed your new gate lock," she said, her smile cold. "Mind sharing the access codes with the HOA board? For emergencies." Her tone was casual, but her eyes were sharp, probing. I declined politely. "It's private property, Diane. First responders can access the yard if needed." Her smile twitched, a crack in her facade. "Just ensuring compliance with neighborhood guidelines," she said, but her voice hinted at trouble brewing. I thought that was the end, but the disturbances didn't stop. They got worse. My pool's chlorine levels were perfect, yet I hadn't added chemicals in weeks. Someone was maintaining it, someone with skill, and they want me. Mrs. Young, a retired teacher next door, dropped the bombshell at our mailboxes. "I've seen Diane's son, Tyler, and his friend sneaking into your yard when you're at work," she whispered, glancing around. "After school, around 3 p.m. Diane's been aggressive lately. Fined the Thompsons $300 for rose bushes, too tall." I didn't want trouble. The pieces clicked. Tyler and his crew were using my pool like a private club, timing their visits when I was gone. Their pool maintenance explained the perfect chemicals. Mrs. Liang's fear of Diane's wrath was telling. This wasn't just a teenage prank, it was enabled by HOA power. I set a trap. The next day, I left for work but parked around the corner, watching from my upstairs window. At 3:15 p.m., Tyler climbed my fence, followed by two friends, all swagger and towels, diving in like they owned the place. I recorded an hour of their swim, letting the smart lock do its job. When they tried to leave, the gate's auto-lock held firm. No fob, no code, no app. Tyler yanked at it, his friends joining in, but the lock was unyielding. 10 minutes of panic later, I heard sirens. Tyler hadn't called his mom or a neighbor. Dialed 911, spinning a tale of being trapped. The audacity was staggering. Officers Torres and Delgado met me at the front door, explaining the emergency call. I led them to the backyard, where Tyler, dripping and theatrical, played the victim. "Thank God you're here," he gasped. "I was visiting a friend, but the gate malfunctioned. I've been trapped for hours." Delgado checked her watch. "Son, the call came in 23 minutes ago." Tyler flushed, mumbling about claustrophobia. I opened my phone. Officers, he's never been invited here. He's trespassing, and here's proof. The smart locks logs showed no authorized entry that day, only my pool service 4 days prior. Video footage captured Tyler scaling the fence, his friends following. Torres's eyes hardened. "Son, that's trespassing." Tyler stammered, "My mom said it was okay. She's the HOA president." Delgado shut him down. HOA presidents don't have authority to enter private property. Nor do you get to lie to 911. The power shift was electric. Torres asked if I wanted to press charges. "Yes," I said, "and I'm filing a report on Diane's harassment over my gate." Tyler's bravado crumbled. "You can't. I'm starting college. A record will ruin me." Delgado was unmoved. "Should have thought of that before treating his pool like your personal resort." I called Diane, her voice syrupy until I said, "Your son's in my backyard with police, cited for trespassing." Silence stretched, then her tone turned icy. "There's a mistake. Brandon wouldn't trespass." I replied, "I have video and logs. The police have everything." Torres took the phone, warning her, "Your son's cited for trespassing and false reporting. HOA status doesn't grant access. Get a lawyer." Diane's shrieks were audible from feet away. She screeched into my driveway in her sleek sedan, her composure shattered, her messy makeup smushed. "Outrageous," she yelled, "neighbors gathering. My son made an innocent mistake." Delgado wasn't having it. He climbed the fence and lied to 911. "That's not innocent." Diane spun on me, finger jabbing. "You trapped children with that dangerous lock. I'll have it removed." I stayed cool. "It's a legal security measure, Diane. Try removing it, and I'll sue." Phones were out, recording her meltdown. "This isn't over," she snarled, dragging Tyler to her car as neighbors whispered. "Mrs. Leong approached, apologetic but relieved. "She's been bullying everyone. I'm glad you stood up." Word spread like wildfire. Neighbors shared horror stories: the Thompsons' $300 rose bush fine, the Garcias' threatened truck tow, Mr. Ellis's citation for wrong-colored garden stones. Diane's pattern was clear: petty tyranny masked as community leadership. I compiled evidence for the Thursday HOA meeting, lock logs, video of Tyler's trespassing, Diane's demands for my coats. The community center was packed, 60 residents buzzing with anticipation. Diane opened with her usual authority, but dark circles under her eyes betrayed her strain. She tried to dodge the issue, rushing through agenda items. During open comments, I stood. "I'm addressing HOA abuse and criminal trespassing by the president's family." Diane paled. "This isn't the place for personal grievances." I fired back, "It's exactly the place, because you've been covering up your son's crimes and harassing residents." I projected the footage: Tyler scaling my fence, swimming with friends, lock logs showing months of unauthorized entries. Diane demanded my gate codes, claiming emergency rights she doesn't have, I said. When I refused, her son kept trespassing, then lied to 911. The room erupted. "Mrs. Thompson shouted, "She fined us $300 for rose bushes not even against bylaws." "Mr. Garcia added, "She threatened to tow my truck." Neighbors poured out stories of fabricated fines and intimidation. Diane froze, her control slipping. "This is a misunderstanding," she cried. "His lock's the problem." Laughter broke out, her blaming my security was absurd. Mrs. Leong stood. "Tyler's 17, not a child." "You're not a queen, Diane." Applause roared. Board member Tom Nguyen moved to suspend Diane pending investigation, seconded instantly. The vote was unanimous, her lone dissent drowned out. "I'll sue you all," she screamed, storming out. The meeting continued, forming a committee to review her actions and refund improper fines. 2 weeks later, Brandon pleaded guilty to trespassing and false reporting, earning community service, a fine, and probation. His college acceptances were revoked. Diane was permanently removed from the board after an audit uncovered fraud, forged violation signatures, undocumented fines, and HOA funds used for her landscaping. She'd shared gate codes with Tyler, enabling his trespassing ring across multiple properties. Diane faced charges for abuse of office and fraud. Her history of similar misconduct in 2 other HOAs surfaced, revealing a pattern of power abuse and grudge settling. Her city council ambitions collapsed. A class action lawsuit from residents, including me, cost her family thousands, her insurance refusing coverage. Her husband filed for divorce, and her house hit the market 6 weeks later. Moving trucks rolled out as neighbors watched, relieved. The new president, Mr. Ellis, revoked 17 unfair fines and set clear HOA boundaries. A neighborhood watch, inspired by my smart lock, networked cameras for safety. Property values climbed in the reformed community. I upgraded to a biometric lock, and neighbors, including Mrs. Thompson, sought my advice for their own systems. The lock manufacturer used my story in ads, highlighting its role in exposing corruption. Local news covered the saga, sparking city ordinances limiting HOA power. Pineview became a model of fair governance, with social events and collaboration replacing fear. Sitting by my pool, I marveled at how a smart lock didn't just protect my yard, it empowered the community to topple a tyrant. Diane counted on silence, but technology and courage amplified our voices, proving that sometimes, the smallest tools spark the biggest rebellions.